Big up, big up, big up, and welcome to Liverpool 12th Man Show. This is the channel for those believers, the channel for those that never doubted, always believe, recognize. Just rolling off what our former manager Jurgen Klopp said about turning doubters into believers. But since we become believers, we have never doubted. And Arne Slot has just picked up that mantle and said, I'm going to run with it. It's like a relay, people. This is the relay. Second leg here. Let's get it. I am with the Irishman today. We might have some other guests joining us, but I got the faithful here. I got my brethren, Brian, the Irishman. How are you doing today? How are you today?
Yeah, man, I got to start backing myself more. I call it 3-0.
You did call 3-0.
I got to start putting. I got to start putting £2 on these things.
Yeah, why not?
I got to start putting €2 on these things. So we'll see how we work out at the end of the season. Yeah, man, that was easy, wasn't it?
I should have my 4-0. By the way, I should have had my 4-0. That goal by Trent shouldn't have stood. It was offsides. But I mean, if Salah just doesn't stick up, he had no point of sticking his foot.
Yeah, no need.
Like, you're out of position. Yeah. You're sticking your leg out for what, man?
Yeah, that's the goal scorer.
Great celebration too. It was like almost like a poetic celebration by Trent too, doing the Stevie G.
Yeah, and he did exactly. It was a Stevie G because you could actually see it fogging up on the camera. It took about 5 seconds for it to actually the camera to change. That was kind of funny.
Yeah.
It sounded good. Yeah, as soon as it went in, it's just like you thought, like, oh, it's just about like whether it crosses the line or not. And then as soon as you get that, you're like, oh, okay, boom, we're off. No one even saw that other thing. It's like, I mean, he was offside by nothing. I mean, and then, look, but hey, I thought this is good, and I didn't feel deflated. I didn't feel like, oh, typical. Now that's our chance gone. I just thought like, yeah, no, okay, fine, we'll do it again.
I thought the same. I was just like,
I
know
wasn't
what?
thinking, yeah, we've been mugged off for it. And I was like, no, okay, we'll keep doing it.
Yeah. I it was just like, okay, it's just like pending. It was like a pending payment. I knew it was eventually it's going to clear. I'm just like, okay, cool. All right. You don't like that card? Hold on. I got another card. Let me see.
Yeah, they were trying in the spirit of it. Look, it's off, but yeah, you wouldn't have seen it so much with the flow of the game. But I think it was pretty much maybe the moment after that. Really, they didn't lay a glove on us at all. At any point, there was nothing from them. They did no shots on target. I think in the first half.
Yes.
Nothing. No shots. I think in the first half. Sorry,
I don't believe. Yeah, let me get some.
Yeah,
I'll
no
get
shots.
some clarification on stats. Yeah, because I don't think they had any shots in that first half. Yeah, they had 0. Well, they had 2 shots, but they had no shots on no big chances. They didn't make didn't make Ali have to save anything. I don't even know if those shots were on target, to be honest with you.
No, I mean, at one point, I was kind of half joking. I said, like, it looks like the tactic when we were 2-0 up, the tactic was just give them the ball and wait for them to mess it up in a dangerous area.
Yeah.
And they did it. They were constantly just they took Casemiro off,
Mm-hmm.
as the thumbnail is there, but I mean, he was our best player almost in the first half.
Yep.
I mean, that was a performance for the ages there. People are going to be out there now making videos about that.
Yeah.
This is
you might have just seen the last time Casemiro starts, at least for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, he got. I mean, there's nothing like they took him off and they replaced him with an extra from Coronation Street. It's some guy nobody's ever heard
of. That's funny.
No, I mean, In
Yeah.
5 years' time, you'll ask people who replaced him. Who everybody will remember the famous game that he got taken off at halftime in Liverpool when they beat him 3-0 at Old Trafford. But it'd be like, who replaced him? And people like, oh, it was Chorley or Morley or Borley or something like that.
Yeah.
Can't even remember what his name is. Peyton or
So,
Mate or something like this. Like, not only did he do that, he just took like he didn't even bring on Ericsson or something. He just brings on like the most random kid on the planet. It's just like, oh man. And then he
it,
brings
it,
off the lift
yeah.
for Maguire. It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. You're just going from bad to worse. It's like it was what we said earlier on the lead in. Big up to those that were with us earlier tonight or today. Um, that lineup has no player in it that should be in any combined 11, to be honest with you. That lineup has a lineup, meaning the Red Devils, that our bench players would be getting into their squad. It's just the honest to God truth. They would be lucky to have the players that we had play today. And I'm so
yeah,
glad that they don't.
outclassed them in pretty much every department. It was
Yep.
it was similar to the Ipswich game in terms of at the start it was kind of running on adrenaline.
Mm-hmm.
It was obviously going to be hard. Like it was obviously going to be physically tough, and they were going to kind of be up for it, kind of thing.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
it was more kind of atmosphere and I don't know strength of kind of motivation. But that only had someone that can't put the ball in the back of net. That can't put two passes together. That can't. That's only going to carry you so far. So there was very
Mm-hmm.
much a stink of that off it. But they were when you looked at it, it's like they seemed like they were in a game. They were rushing around and tackling and playing. But if you actually looked at it, they weren't. They weren't doing anything.
Yep.
And then as soon as one and two, like the first goal, great time to score it, you know, and then all of a sudden it's a 3-0. I mean, and they just gave up then. I'm pretty at 3-0, you could have called it, and it was only 55 minutes. You
Yeah.
could have just packed it up and gone home. They were never coming back.
Yeah.
We were singing, they weren't singing. Like they were throwing in a few tackles, which is to be expected. Uh, Trying to show a bit of pride, in front of their own fans, go down fighting, yada yada yada. But they kind of had that for a few minutes, and then even that was done.
Yep.
Like if there was a boxing match, it would have been called off at 60 minutes because look, you're done. And it was
Yep.
sad and it was pathetic for them, but it was never felt like they were any kind of a comeback was on. Even like a Hail Mary comeback where we need to be careful here now.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, man, we could be playing that game now and they still wouldn't have scored. I
Yep.
guarantee you, they still wouldn't have scored a goal. They never laid a glove on us.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Pretty much. And that I didn't get my halftime walkout, but they were pretty much firing up the bus, by about 60, 70 minutes in.
Mm-hmm.
It did not look like that, like they came to play, basically, in my opinion. And it's one of those things where, like, I can't really blame them because, they were set up to fail. I honestly think they were set up to fail.
Second best in every department.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
I mean, Casemiro just had one of those. What's the opposite of a breakout moment? He's thinking I should have gone to Saudi in the summer.
Yeah.
He's just been humiliated in the biggest game in English television. Like, I'm
Yeah.
making a joke about it, but he's been replaced by a kid that nobody's ever heard of. And hauled off at halftime. He's been held responsible for that, and he was because I don't know what the hell he was doing out there.
It's
That's.
rightfully so, though. He did not
Oh, I
look.
know, but for a
He looked
player
the
like
steps
him,
slow. He did look. He looked uncomfortable. He was making. He had a couple poor
but
tackles as well involved. And let me say this to Master Splinter out there, or the man the man who VVD was basically petting like a little lost puppy at the end of the first half. Get up, have some respect, have some pride. Bruno, you diving piece of, oh my goodness, just
Bruno.
absolute pathetic. Oh wow, I'm trying my best not to curse. I'm trying my best to keep this PG.
That's what they do. That's what they do, man. These days, that's what they do at United. Instead of like stepping it up and winning a game, but they try and show people they care by like diving and kicking people and all of that stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not what it used to be. That like that's proper order restored today after the end of last season, which were just anomalies.
Did you see? Did you see? Did you see? There's some new jeans that I think Gravenberch was wearing it. McAllister was wearing it. And like Dominic had these. I gotta show you these jeans real quick. These jeans are going to be the new rave. All the kids are going to be wearing them. You're going to see them all out there. Let me show you these new jeans out there.
Here we go. Here we go. I know him when he's got. Yeah. There we go. I know when he's got one in the pocket. Yeah.
You gotta see.
Lee, don't worry about it. Enjoy it, Lee. Enjoy it, Lee. Lee's in the pub. Yeah. That's it,
yeah. Enjoy it, Lee. Definitely.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you guys saw them or not.
He should be on one. Yeah, he should be in one on his own, man. He should be in one just on his own, Casemiro. Wow, it's a sad end to a career. We're just going around retiring people now at this stage. You know that.
It's how it is. It's how it is.
Yeah.
This is the new hot pair of jeans. This is what when the Reds were leaving, this is what basically what what they are rocking. The new in. Oh, it's one of those. No respect. Let me shout out this too real quick. 200 Premier League appearances from our captain. 200 Premier League appearances. What an absolute beauty. Big up to our captain, Roger Van Dijk. Wow. Really incredible time today. Really incredible time. And let me say this, like, my guy, Arnie Slot, walked into Old Toilet like somebody stole money. He had a swagger on him today. He had an absolute swagger on him today.
He couldn't have asked for anything better than that.
Yeah.
3 games, 3 clean sheets, and then that. Perfect.
I thought they were gonna play the Staying Alive type music behind him, because he was walking. He came in with a. I was like, yeah, man. Go. At the end of the game, I was like, make sure you go over and show some love to the Reds. Considering the Reds were the only ones left in that stadium, you know, go show them some love. Go show them some love. Go show them some love. Go show all those guys, all those people out there that this is the new era. Much love, much respect due. Klopp, legend. But this is the new era. Like all books, there's another chapter.
Yeah,
This is a
man, you
new
couldn't.
era.
I said I hoped he'd get a good start. You know, I'd hoped to get some good games in it, but you couldn't have. Yeah, look, just this like a 3-0 at home is impressive against these guys. You know, he would have bitten your hand off probably for a point yesterday.
Yeah, yeah.
All things considered, to go and do this, I mean, that just sets us up now. Really, I don't know. It's us versus Haaland now at the moment.
By the way, Bruno's in the back pocket. MK. Bruno's in the back pocket, Joe. He's not. He doesn't fit in the front pocket. Bruno can sit in the back pocket. Freaking Bruno. Did you see when BBD walked over and was like patting him on the head, basically like, come on, dude.
Oh, he's just checking. It's like, are you the most patronizing thing you've ever seen? Yeah, yeah. It was so good. It's just like made sure everybody's so it's just like, oh, you don't want it, and
Yeah,
that's the last thing Bruno wants.
yeah.
He's just mugging him off in front of everybody. Like they've got nothing left. They have nothing left when they're doing
No,
that kind of stuff. Nothing.
no, nothing, nothing. And I mean, Eric Ten Hag's looking at his bench, looking at a bench and looking like, who do I bring on? What do I do? He already played all of his best cards out there. We were being told by Red Devils. We were being told by Red Devils that that they're not scared. We were being told by Red Devils, oh, we brought the pain, which they did. We conceded and said, hey, you put a major dent in a lot of our aspirations last year. But let me repeat this. That was last year. That was last year. Oh, man. And to all those chicken littles out there, none of which are in this chat, which I appreciate. Those in this chat, hold your hands up. Hold your heads up. Hold your heads up and stand up. I applaud each and every one of you. Because it's not easy, man. It's not easy when you go into these forums and you got these chicken littles got hit in the head with an acorn, swear that the sky is falling.
Poor chicken littles.
Poor chicken littles. Because
Yeah,
now all of a sudden they're gonna be crickets. They're gonna be crickets. And if they're not crickets, they're gonna be on stage with you. They're gonna be this spotlight is for you people that believe in this team. Not for those chicken littles. It's not. But they're going to be on stage being like, oh, I told you so. Or I always knew that he was going to do this. And I always knew he's going to. Don't let them steal your glory. Don't let them steal this valor. You guys are the real MVPs out there. And you deserve praise because you believed in this team. And it's a long ride. This is the very beginning of this ride. But it's appreciated when you see this recognition. It's deserving. It's deserved, and that's what I think is the most important thing. Because you're going to have all these people out there that just want to like bump you off stage and just try to steal the spotlight. And this is your Meryl Streep moment. This is your moment.
Yeah, but it was some uncles. That's I don't know who you could possibly be talking about there.
Oh man, you know
up,
what I'm saying? Like this guy, I've heard people hop on there and be like, he was ass and he was this and man, not time for that. We already listened to you complain. We have no time for your complaining. We are Reds. We stand up. You got no time for scared business. Scared, get a dog. We're the Mighty Reds, people. Mighty Reds. Big up to each and every one of you out there. You know, I'm so proud of each and every one of you. Because this is one of the major reasons why I do this. It's because of people like you in the chat. Big up to Brian. Big up to Lee. Big up to JK. It's not easy in this world, man. It's not easy. It's not easy.
These games like this, man, you can't really. I mean, look, we do have a bit of a. We had a 7-0 there, but to go there again, like that might be overshot. Like to go there and do that now, to beat them 3-0. I mean, of all their big talk, all their Lenny Yarrow, Delict, all that stuff, and we go there with nobody.
Right.
You know, we just set down the market. We've immediately reset their bar. All their confidence that they had, they might have had of anything, it's all gone now. All of it. Every bit of it. We just retired Casemiro. We've made Erik ten Hag look like whatever he is, but we've just gone there and we have taken every bit, like just like they did to ours, we've taken every bit of air and optimism out of their season in one game, like
in
they
one
did with us last season.
We
And
did
we've
what
taken it
basically
the
what
opposite.
they did at the end of our season.
Yeah, we've taken it the opposite. And we've turned it like Slot is like, okay, good game against Ipswich, well done. Yeah, it's Ipswich. At home against Brentford, well done, but it's Brentford at home. Okay, there's no caveats here. It's Manchester United, okay, but it's still Manchester United, and it's away. You know, this is probably the second biggest test he's going to have in a league. I mean, depending on what way you rate Arsenal, and he's gone and basically walked it, like cake walked it. No big drama, basically just dominated. Won easily, took the piss out of them for a little bit, could have scored more, never looked in doubt, never looked under threat. I mean, this is about as comprehensive as it gets. If anyone else had done this, like, I mean, the previous manager, this would be going down as one of the great games. But he's the first manager to go and win his first away game at United in, like, since the 1930s. Paisley is the last guy to win his first game against United, but that's
incredible too. Yeah,
you know, this is the guy and he's walked in no drama. You know, the opposite of Klopp to a degree, but still his own personality.
Yep.
And everything has gone his way that needed to go his way because he needed buy-in. I said from the start, this guy needs buy-in, and if he can't get buy-in after this, I don't know what he's going to do. So the clamour will now be to look what he can do with someone else's squad, give him his own players. This will now give him backing from the fans. Go back this guy, give him what he needs to improve this, his own bits.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. I mean, like, you make some big name acquisitions on this team. You bring in some more big names. We're talking about next level settings. You're absolutely right.
He's showing you what he can do with the squad. It's not like, oh, this guy he's lost 3 games. Why would we give him 100? You know, it's very easy. It's now his CV is already impeccable. I mean, he can go out and lose the next one. You know what I mean? But he's the amount of credit he should now have in the bank to show that this guy is no joke. He might not be the guy that you wanted. He might not be the guy that people thought we were going to get, but he's not a joke. He's not a clown. You know, he's a serious operator. So at least give him that respect. And okay, but it's only Ten Hag or it's only United. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that at all. It's Old Trafford. You know, it's we made them perform like that. We made them crumble like that. We made them pass themselves into, you know, problem positions. You know,
you're right. And that's why, let me say this. I have a PSA that was just forwarded to me. We have a PSA. This is basically for all those out there that need this. This is a very important message out there, by the way. So I want you guys all, if you guys screenshot it, to pass it on to those loved ones, and those in most of need of this. But I'd just like to say, the Silence of Manchester United fans on social media is proudly sponsored by Liverpool FC. I would just like to say, big up.
You are welcome.
You are truly welcome. You are truly, truly welcome for this PSA. Oh,
Nobody can do it like we can. Nobody can shut them up like we can.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Whereas we'll get Goldbridge on tomorrow night, see what he has to say. I'll give him a ring, see what he has to say. I'm sure he'll answer the phone.
Yeah,
I'm sure he's on the same number he was.
I'm sure he will.
Yeah. we get some. I'm sure they'll be happy to talk about. There's probably someone out there. I mean, like I said, talk about a slap to the face reality check. That's what we gave them, but I think we also gave ourselves a kind of a reverse version of that by showing people that this is how good this team still is.
Yep.
This isn't like,
Yeah.
the ball has not been dropped here.
Yeah.
It may not take as long as I thought, like, bit of transition, like a couple of good players here, keep playing like this, keep acting like this, then we have the quality, we have the system now that I think suits, we get onto it. But like, obviously suits Diaz, clearly. It's getting him twice central today, central goal scoring positions. That's not a fluke. That suits him. It obviously suits Gravenberch, suits Abosley, suits Mo Salah. Trent's enjoying it. Robbo's enjoying it. I mean, this is not a dead team. This is a team that only, a couple of years ago was one of the best in the world. And it's not old, not in the wrong places.
Mm-hmm.
So, maybe we could do a lot better. Like, I was saying, look, I'd be happy with second or third, but I don't expect us to challenge fucking Robot Phil or whatever. But if anyone's going to do it, again, in terms of three games, but yeah, look, get a couple of people in January to bulk up the the squad to make sure then we can rest people or whatever. But if we can keep it going, this is not a team.
How about this? How about we just do what you guys were saying about what you and Lee were both saying, what I've co-signed on now too, and that is, hey, assess the team, look for a gem out there in that January window, and bring in another great player to just bring it home for us. Why not?
Yeah, I think we can be optimistic.
Really not that much missing on this team. There's really not.
Again, this week, we're able to put out the same team. No injuries.
Yeah.
We're all fit. Like, nobody popping hamstrings. Nobody. Oh, it was a hard game last week, so guess what? He's not available. But no, 3 games in a row, same team. Basically, apart from Canade, same team, all fit, all ready to go, all putting in. Jota wasn't vibrant today, but he didn't have to be. Everybody else was playing well, so that's going to happen sometimes. But yeah, this is already unusual. Like, this idea we can pick the same team after we're kind of getting already very used to the fact, they'll all be fit. This is new stuff. So there's obviously been changes all across the board. I like this streamlined kind of. This is the best 11. They'll probably be fit. It's it's looking positive in terms of how he's managing that stuff. So I don't think he needs a big squad or wants a big squad.
Yeah. No, you're right, Jimmy. Too. By the way, I thought that could have been a red card. That very well could have been a red card.
Yeah. Look, we
won. Certainly a yellow. There was certainly a yellow because he went in with both. He just went with like both legs, and he was not looking for the ball at all.
Yeah, I've seen far worse. Yeah. The Casemiro one, Again, I thought he did leave a bit,
Yeah,
but he had to get out of jail free card because he was going for the ball
yeah,
and he got the ball, but then he was like, I can actually leave a bit on him and I'll get away with it because you know how it goes. We all know what I'm talking about. There's some
yeah,
ones that like you can get away with it
yeah,
because of just the motion of it. So you're like, oh, I'll just choose not to take my leg back. I'll just
yeah.
leave it there.
Just leave it there just
Yeah,
long
yeah,
enough.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
But I was going for the ball and they looked at it. Yeah, nothing malicious, but
yeah,
it's fine. It's fine. We care. Like I think it's been decent enough for us so far this season. I hate talking. We haven't had any real referee shit. We've had nothing that way. Of
yeah,
course, we've won all our games, so we're not
yeah,
complaining. But there hasn't
yeah.
been any of that stuff. So today was a big,
Did you think the
high-profile
VVD?
game.
Did you think the VVD foul was an outright yellow? Think that was a cardable offense? I thought that could have been if you
Yeah,
considering
yeah,
the way that the game was kind of unfolding, and considering that there really weren't that many bad tackles, especially by Liverpool. Like, maybe he could have just got a stern talking to, because there were, like you just mentioned, the Casemiro foul, but there could have been some other calls that could have gone a little bit harsher. Did you think it was a yellow card?
yeah. I suppose probably. Yeah, look, not the worst card ever, but
It's not the worst card, but
yeah,
yeah,
you know, um, he probably felt maybe I don't know. I don't want to say he felt he had to give one or whatever, but it wasn't the worst. It was a fine game from that, you know, from that angle. I don't think anybody really can complain, about any decisions. It didn't come into it. Even the offside one. Okay, yeah, it was. If it had been a kind of a no touch thing, he's only barely offside. But then he went and just totally touched the ball and changed it. So okay, fair enough. Even those ones, I think we didn't need decisions to go our way, and they didn't
mhm,
need decisions to go against them to give them any. Like we just totally dominated it. Not so much for the first half. It was a bit kind of to and fro, but when you look at it, it was as soon as that first goal goes in, it's pretty much the end of it. They had nothing. Their crowd had nothing. Their
yeah,
manager had nothing. Their
nada,
bench had
nada.
nothing. No, it was just like I said, that we slapped them right in the face with reality today in terms of
Yeah,
who they are and where they still are. They
yeah,
couldn't even step up to us. They to try and claw any kind of thing back, like kick their way back into a 3-1 loss. They just literally just stood around and got bet. I feel sorry for the Mainu kid and these boys or whatever. When you got the likes of
oh,
Casemiro doing that to you, like Casemiro is supposed to be the world class, go out there and set
yeah,
the standard, and he's there passing the ball to Gravenberch and passing the ball to
yeah,
McAllister, going, "Here, have a chance."
yeah.
I mean, when you're dealing with that and that crowd that can't even fucking sing, over 5,000 Liverpool fans, Jesus.
Big up to Nolante, by the way, joining us. Big up Nolante.
Yeah,
How you
yeah,
doing?
how we do.
Big up, guys. Big up, both of you, man. Big up the
Wagwan,
chat, man.
wagwan.
Don't, welcome, Richard. Don't mind me if there's any little noise in the back. I'm just, I'm just doing my daughter's hair anyway. I mean, us guys are down here for doing daughter's hair, but no
Got you.
choice anyway. We move. But yeah, listen, continue, man. I'll say my piece. Please continue. I'm enjoying it. Just continue, and I'll say my piece in a bit.
You knew it was going to be
I'm
said. It
holding
was
back.
not. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No. Go on. I'll hold back my piece in a bit. Go on, continue, man. I'm
Okay.
enjoying you and
Okay.
boys.
Yeah. Okay. You can when you come off mute, then I'll know when you're ready to rock and roll. I got you.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Um. Yeah. So yeah, I did call out. Let me make sure, because I know the guys at Coppish do watch the channel. I did call them out. I called out Matt and I called out Cal. I did call out Cal specifically for two individuals, and I did call out Matt so I can clarify it for one individual because he is on the Gravenberch train. But Yeah. I gotta say, man, what you said, Brian, earlier is why I say it's funny. Everyone's still, I was listening to certain uncles talk about, oh, certain players were not good or weren't were just okay in the Ipswich game for one half. He didn't play well in that half. He only played half a game or something like that. And I'm just like, is it that difficult to give a man props? Is it that difficult for you to just say, it's not? It's not. Because realistically, let's be honest. Let's be honest. Lucho is playing a different role in this team for this manager in this system, and it is working out for him. Gravenberch is playing a different role on this team for this manager, and it is working out for him. These are the same players that played for us last year, asked to do different things to an extent last year.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're seeing a different equation or a different ask of these players, and these players are answering it. Give them their due, because none of these players are bad players. None of them are. And I mean every last one of them. Bench included. But I can say that these players are playing exceptional because they're being asked to play a role that suits their skill sets, that suits their
That's a comment
play.
on the previous manager, though, no?
And it's not a comment on the
Well,
previous
surely,
manager. Not at
but
all.
surely it has
Because
to
the
be. But it
previous
has to be.
manager got results from his teams.
Yeah, I know, but I think there's evidence is mounting up to me that it is certain players were being not misused, but are potentially being used more optimally because of
Right.
a lack of a need to do certain things. Like Sabazai is the obvious example. Like, why would you buy Sabazai and ask him to do Henderson things?
Right.
We're watching Sabazai now doing Sabazai things.
Right.
We're watching Gravenberch do Gravenberch things.
Yep. Yep.
It was a lack of maybe. Diaz, like I've said, there's something, again, it's very narrow or whatever, like someone better than me will tell you, but Diaz is obviously playing in a more uh, advantageous role for him to get central or to be more involved. He's probably having to do less defensive work or whatever. I'm not sure. But you can see a clear difference in what some of these guys are doing. And you can't say that they've improved over last season without suggesting that they weren't being like, and I'll be the first to say it, that maybe I just think that the Klopp and Linders thing had gotten to a point of they just needed to either break apart or because it was kind of button heads that you were getting kind of the worst of both worlds really because it clearly wasn't one person's way of playing.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought. But you can see the obvious improvement in some players. But I just think
Yep.
maybe, like again, it's just Klopp had different ideas. But we can see, I think maybe the more attacking qualities of players when you see them, they stand out more. Like if someone was to have their defensive numbers were to go through the roof this season, you wouldn't notice it really. But if someone like Sabazai, if their attacking numbers go through the roof, you notice that stands out. And you
Mm-hmm.
can see that with someone like Dom and especially Gravenberch and Diaz. And even, to be honest, I think Salah a little bit looks a bit revitalized, rejuvenated. Again, maybe just a new voice.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't have to be wildly different tactics. Maybe just a new voice, a new coach. A long time under Klopp. Doesn't have to be totally different system, but just someone else to give you a few new ideas, different training, different things, and get you back up for another season. So yeah, I'm liking it, and it's not a comment. I just think it's maybe a comment for me. It's a comment on the system that we were playing, which I think had most definitely become incredibly stale. That it was actually painful to watch at some points. And now we can just see with side tweaking, it's not a million miles. Like even the pressing was very Klopp like yesterday or today. The way we won the ball back, that was very like Klopp. But it's just maybe it just takes a new man in the room sometimes.
Yeah. So as big up to Pops in the house, by the way. Big up to Nigel.
Yeah.
Big up to all those that are joining us, by the way. Nigel, Redbird, Bernie, who else was in here too? I saw obviously Lee, but Trap Joe,
Dara,
Dara, yeah, Baz. Yeah, there's been some questions as to whether this 3 could really be a conducive 3 to make things work. As Pops has said, the triple threat basically is what they've become, because obviously all 3 of them have skills that, if given the opportunities,
I thought he was
really
talking about you, me, and Delante.
What's that?
I thought he was talking about you, me, and Delante when he said triple.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed now.
Yeah.
It's indeed, indeed.
It is. And it's what we have here is. I want to say shout out to a certain individual that didn't necessarily get a lot of props per se, only because he really didn't have to face much. But when he had to face something, he said, "Say my name," basically. Big up, Ali.
Yeah.
Big
last
up,
line of
Ali.
defense.
It's almost on cue that I bring up Allison, and one of Ali's biggest fans and supporters out there, Mr. Quasi Bold from Quasi Bold TV.
Big up.
Oh, what a segue! What an entrance!
Exactly, great segue there.
What an entrance!
Thank you, gentlemen. How y'all feeling? I mean,
I'm feeling like
United
we just beat United 3-0 at Old Trafford, Quasi. That's how I'm feeling. I feel like we just beat them 3-0 at Old Trafford, man.
It's beautiful. I call it a glorious day. It's a glorious day.
Yeah.
Oh,
Tell us something, Quaz.
No, I mean, today I don't want to go on a tangent, because then I will speak. It's like I told you on my show, Liverpool did that. Like I just wanted to see football, right? I didn't want to see Salah dribbling 3 people and hitting the top bin, or Soboslai running through 10 people.
Already got Musiala on the brain.
I know I got Musiala in my head, man. I'm putting it in the spaces so that he does show up. What I wanted to see was football, and that's total football. We outplayed them. This is the thing. They were expecting us to play the occasion. They were not expecting us to be calm and play football. And we play football. The fact that the manager has been talking so much nonsense and he didn't respect his adversary. And Gravenberch first touch, the first goal that was taken away from Trent, man, that hurt my feelings. Yeah. They should have just given it the goal just on principle. I don't care. Break the rules. They did it against us, against Spurs last year.
They should have given them the goal just on celebration.
On celebration alone. Just give us the ball. But today, honestly, like, it's very hard. Yes, Lucho won man of the match, but trust me.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
you got people like me. With me, I know I'm not making sense because I'm so excited. I look at the players. I look at the players that everybody is not looking at. That people, the PR, the Hollywood bright light is not looking at. People like Robo, outstanding today. People like McAllister, great. Who else? So Bosalai. I mean, a number 10 who was playing like a number 6. Crazy. Of course, my goalkeeper, AB1. I mean, what do I need to say about him? You all need to start putting respect on his name. Give him 10 every single time.
Ah.
I'm done.
He's got 3. I'm sure he's got 3 10s in the last games. He's got 3 clean sheets.
No, I saw some people giving him 7 because he had nothing to do. I'm like, it's not his fault.
You got to leave room. You got to leave room for those
Exactly.
special performances.
Exactly.
So you can give him the props when he gets the 3 world-class saves and he does the bits and pieces. Got to leave that bit of room, Quasi. You know that.
True. I know Pops wants me to talk about Mo. That's too easy. That's why I told you those Mo too easy, Virgil too easy, Trent too easy. No, you got to give it to them.
No.
And of course, the one person that nobody's giving love to, and I just found out myself, Jota. Jota busted his behind today. And big up to Jota too.
Interesting.
I mean, we've unlocked the whatever it is secret to keeping all our guys fit,
bro.
This is not a coincidence. This needs to be kind of focused in on a little bit. We have not accidentally had all our players fit for the first 3 games of the season, all fit to go off when Arne Slot decides they need to go off.
Yeah.
I mean, Jota, they're all solid. It's okay, he'll be fit, he'll be cool. Okay. I mean, the changes are quick, but they're also profound in some obvious areas. I mean, look at Gravenberch today. Anyone going to sit here and tell me he was a holding midfielder today? He held nothing. He was bombing forward. He was breaking the lines. He was getting it. Gravenberch was not a deep line playmaker. He was nothing like that at all today.
No.
The first 3 things he did that stood out to me were basically within 10 yards of the Man United box. He was getting that's Vieira type stuff. That's box to box type stuff. So you can tell the tactical flexibility. So we need to stop getting ourselves, he's this and he's that, and he's going to do this, he's going to do that. Let's just wait and see, because who was going to think, he's going to be breaking the lines, that he's going to be getting forward. You're thinking, no, just hold it, keep it together. No, he was given freedom and license. So to say that we know a position and a player, I think this coach has more in mind for that we're going to have to be a little bit more flexible to say, well, let's see when the game starts.
That's why, Brian.
What do you think about this, though? What do you think about what Pops has to say, though? He wanted to make. I wanted to make sure that you all hear and see what
Pop needs to go watch the game again. Pop, go watch the game again. I promise you, this is the part where Liverpool fans, we got to stop focusing on the offensive side of the Liverpool. Look at the defensive style of Liverpool. McAllister was amazing. He is the reason why we had a clean sheet. This thing of, I thought you like basketball. You have to understand there's the defense and there's the offense. Both have to be perfect. Otherwise, you're going to concede or not score. Am I wrong? We have 3 games. Brian, when was the last time Liverpool go 3 games clean sheet?
Oh, well, yes. Yeah, in the league, a long time. Yeah. We were 1-0 down FC last year. Remember? Every single game, 1-0 down, 1-0 down. We were coming back. Cool. Yeah, we were coming back. Cool, great. But every game, there we go. 1-0 down, 1-0 down.
We have to respect what they're doing. Yeah, everybody wants Maka to play number 10 and score goals and give those, like he did last year, scoring that banger against Fulham, giving that sexy pass to, who was it? Was it Diaz or was it Nunes? Yes, we all want to see that. But you guys are also forgetting that Maka, when he plays for Argentina, he's not doing sexy stuff. He does a lot of dog work for Messi. So people need to watch, because him and Gravenberg, if you are praising Gravenberg, you need to praise Maka, because Maka did a lot of the defensive work that allowed Gravenberg to be able to get the ball and, make those strides. So anybody who say, oh, Maka didn't play well, that means you are not paying attention. Watch him off the ball.
Crazy. I'll say he had a quiet, efficient game, Maka.
There you go.
Thank you.
That's a good way of putting it.
And sorry, Crazy, before you go on, I'll just to say in terms of McAllister, one thing I've realised about McAllister and Gravenberch, if you look at it last week against Brentford, Grav was the more sitting back and McAllister was the more joining in as the 8 into the attack. And today roles were reversed. So they've got some kind of continuity up. They've got a pattern, but whatever it is, whatever it is, it works, and that's it, man. And long may it continue, man. I mean, we still need a number 6, but they won't go get it. And the thing is, they're intelligent players, And this is the thing, and unfortunately, Crazy, and bro, we've had in the past, we've had Liverpool fans that jump on the bandwagon with these players, man. Look, Brian Birch, I already know was a baller. I watched him at Ajax. He was balling out. Yeah, you talk of he'd been balling out. And then last season, people were getting him. Look, at the end of the day, he didn't have the number of games to start. There's players ahead of him, which happens. And again, he's adapting. So playing one game here, one game there. And yeah, he had quite a few iffy games, but he had some good games. People forget that. So let him know. And look what's happening now. Look what's happening now. He's being unleashed. And look at that. The dribbling ability. I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. If some of you Liverpool fans want to doubt him, boy, that's what I'm going to say.
Nah, the question is, my brother, they told me that this game was going to be his test. I don't know why he's a professional football player. Some of you guys can't even play your Sunday league, and you're going to tell a professional football player that this game is his test. Okay? This game was his test. How did he fail? Did he fail? Did he pass? Can we move on? In January, if we need a 6, go get a 6. But if the manager has been telling people the truth, it's very hard to get somebody else to come in and be better than what you already have. You think we can? I've been screaming for Musiala for years. You think Musiala is coming to Liverpool to bench for Salah? No.
Oh, no.
Exactly. So if we have gotten Zubimendi, either Gravenberg or Maka or Szoboszlai, one of them has to sit on the bench. Or even Zubimendi also have to be right in the bench. Today, Chiesa was not even dressed up. He was in the stands. That's what people need to be patient. This is what I'm starting a new hashtag. Pay attention and appreciate. Because something is happening. And yes, like Brian said, may he continue. We're going to have some downs and up. But like 12 men always say, keep supporting them. If you're not going to support them, then okay, go cry somewhere and keep doing the FSG out and the Hughes out and Klopp out and the Slop out and all that foolishness. Other than that, support them. Yes, there's sometimes something is frustrating that we all can speak about. If somebody didn't do well, always have a constructive criticism. But all of you guys who say, let this person go, let this person's trash add, nah. Yeah, we got to stop that. And we saw some of you guys going to therapy after the transfer window. I don't know why, but that was embarrassing. Yeah,
it was embarrassing because you know why it was so embarrassing about a lot. Like I sat on that Coppers panel and listened to people whine and cry, and I was just like, I was like, it was like some therapy session, that I didn't know I was going to. It was like. Thought I was going to a birthday party, not a wake, because I thought we had the Red Devils lined up for this Sunday, and here I am listening to people cry.
Man, it makes no sense.
You know what it was? It felt like you ever see the movie Fight Club when he would go to the little meetings that they would have, and he was crying in Meatloaf's. When Meatloaf
you'll be hugging him.
And he was hugging him. I'm like, yo.
It makes no
It's
sense,
just
man.
like, come
This is
on,
the thing.
guys, heads up high.
My assertion is, if people are worried about the team or the squad or the depth, the squad that we have right now, if we can challenge, then we have a bigger problem than just bringing in a 6. I'm telling you, these players are good, and this manager is figuring it out. Remember, we also have to give a big up to the manager, because what the manager is doing is very hard for a team that has been with one manager for 8 years, and one person shows up, and all of a sudden, from day one, we saw the difference, and he hasn't even made any drastic, changes. He's just still using the same ethos, but just kind of tweaking it as he goes. It makes no sense why people just can't support it. Eventually, the weakness will show. Right now, it's not. So let's wait till it shows, and we know that this is the problem. Let's fix it. Buying X6. Why do Brian help? Why does a 6 Liverpool watch a game? Liverpool fans watch a game just so they could come back and say we need a 6. Explain that to me, man.
Hey, I'm not here to speak for everybody. Look, you know what people are like. I think we need a player to come in. I think we need a player, but I'm not there going, it's the be all and end all. Our world is going to collapse if we don't do it. But we went out there, we tried to do it. It's not like we've arrived at a place where we never need to buy a player again. We will buy more players. We will get better. But I mean, Quasi, I was in chats last season with people who I won't mention their names, but they were saying if we don't get Kone or Turam, then we're finished as a club. We're finished, Quasi. We were finished. We were done. We were over.
Somebody say, why didn't we even go for Kone this summer?
And where is he now? Roma or Fenerbahce or some shit like that? We were done if we couldn't sign these guys last year. Okay, there's a guy out there, you want to get him, whatever. But did you see the club do a Zubamendi job on a Kone or a Thuram? No, they didn't. I mean, look, it's really, really difficult, Quasi, because we only wanted one or two things.
That's it.
This is the way things are now. We didn't get those one or two things. Then we kind of went and did a weird thing by getting K's, which cool, but I mean, no one. Okay, thanks. That was supposed to be like it's like getting the cherry on top of the cake, but we got the cherry first. We didn't get the cake. We just got the cherry. Like the cake was a DM and a centre midfielder.
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh, and guess what? Last week we went and got Chiesa for 10 minutes. Oh, nice. That's nice little window. Nice little window there. Centre half, DM, and Chiesa for 10 million. I'll have that. But it's like we kind of forgot the main bit. So I'm fine with everybody. Look, I'm not going to go down the crazy routes with people, but I'm there saying, look, we did not have a good window, because nobody is on this panel will say that they were on a show the day the window opened will have said, we don't need anything. We don't need to buy a centre half. We don't need anything at all. Maybe we might need a right winger or a Chiesa type player. We just need to sell a little bit. That's all we need. We don't need to buy anybody. No, watch them all back. Everybody was saying we need this, we need that, we need this, we need that. And we haven't. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. As the dodgeball call.
Yeah.
Let's see how it works out for him. But I'm all on board for we have no choice now. You ride this till January, and like I said, I think I'm banking it on it being a short-term information problem, because people came in so late. New manager, Richard Hughes coming in, not having enough time to have properly identified enough targets to go out and get that second choice or that third choice, that they only really were comfortable with going with the one guy, the Zubamendi. And by the time we get to January, I think we'll have identified a much bigger spread of potential people that can come in. I just think, and you add that to a Copa America, a Euros, an Olympics. I mean, how many minutes did Mo Salah have in preseason? None, basically. Nothing. I mean, Arne Slot met Mo Salah, and about 5 minutes later, they're starting Premier League games. I mean, that's how quick this turnover was. So I just think if we'd had another 6 months of preparation, we probably would have one or two more. But I just think in January it would be that we'll have had time to identify the other targets that we can count on.
Yeah, and be able to make the necessary.
The money's there. The money's
The
there.
money's there. That's the thing. I hate when people say Liverpool's broken. I'm like, you keep saying we broke. Of course, the owners will be like, yeah, we broke. They got the money.
No,
Don't
we can
make
make
excuses
moves.
for them. They can make moves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Overnight,
They don't have
overnight
city
if we
money.
need to.
Yeah, they don't have
Overnight
city
if we
money. They
need
don't have PSG money. They don't have Newcastle money, but they got money.
No, but we can move quickly as well. We can move overnight. We can 60, 70 release clauses. We can do that. If that needs to be done, then we can do that.
But
We've shown it with Sabazla. We've shown it with Diaz. We've shown it that if it needs to be done quickly,
Casado. Don't even forget the Casado situation.
We put the money down. We put the money down for him.
Tyler's saying it though, Brian. Tyler's saying it well. I think he says, he watched the bench at Manchester United today and wondered where the negative 650.44 million euros they have spent the last 5 years has gone.
You can spend money bad.
You could have looked at that. You could have looked at that bench and said, "Where is this high octane, summer transfer winning window?"
But that's them. That's how they spend money. If we had spent money like that, we wouldn't. They waste money. That's Man United. We know that's what they do.
Bro.
If we'd spent money, we wouldn't waste it like that. It's a kind of a false equivalency. Yeah, it's just not a numbers thing. If you've given us that kind of money,
I'm excited to see what kind of variable Chiesa brings to this team, because that's going to be exciting to see too. That's going to be very exciting to see.
I think it's great because what happened is Mo Salah doesn't have to play all the games. Now you could bench Mo Salah in certain games. Liverpool has a lot of games coming.
Having that conversation is going to be. I think the bigger box office is having that conversation where you tell Mo Salah, "Hey, we're going to rest you."
Well, that's where I think
Mo Salah. I don't think he's going to end up getting the Golden Boot this year. I'm not saying that, but I am saying that he will want to be in the conversation for
that robot up the road.
That robot is not giving that record anytime soon. Mo Salah right now should be focusing on breaking every Liverpool record there is.
That robot up the road isn't as we've already seen that robot break down once or twice. So
but I mean, if you're working on the fact that they all stay fit.
Yeah, if you're working on that,
Brian talking about Brian talking about staying fit. There's a comment by Hello Matis, which is funny, but he is right. He says the most important is if keeping them fit is more important than buying new players or something like that.
Well, it is now because the window's closed. So yeah, it is more important to keep the players that we have fit than worry about.
Yeah, there was a comment he made earlier, and I know what's the name of. Yeah, it says, "I'm telling you, keeping players fit is more important than a new signing." Because let's look at it in this way: you keep Jota fit, you scoring goals.
Oh, I'm not trying to replace Jota. I ain't out here trying to replace Jota.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you keep said there's certain key players that are fit. You know you're good. Now there are certain players that you'll be like, okay, I need a new one.
What a piece of work.
But
I mean, I just got to update. I got to update on something for someone going live.
Yeah, and, if you look at
Mr. Don, who's not
don't mention it. Let's move on. Let's move on.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's move on.
Yeah, exactly. He's got Lucho like straight and center. I'm sure.
Yeah.
But sorry, Carl, you got my message.
I'm almost intrigued to find out what kind of like nonsense he's going to say. Considering that he doubled down on his take.
Daddy, just rest. Grandma, just rest, please.
He's a fraud. Right now. Sam, I hope that you do come. I hope that you do take up our pitch for you to join our channel. I know that there's going to be those out there that are going to probably try to come at me for saying that, saying that you are a fraud, but I think that you are a fraud.
No, he is. Come up out of us, man. I'm standing here with him. He's a fraud. He's a scumbag. He's a troll. Come at us both. He's in it for the money. He doesn't believe most of the stuff he says. He's just a liar. Yep. So there we go.
There we go. So I just wanted to make sure that
Dr. Super Chat. Dr. Super Chat.
So because he's gonna hold Lucho up right now. Lucho's his guy. Get out of here.
But if you look at the games we played, just talking about Chiesa, right? Even if he's kind of feeling his way back in, but look at how we're playing. Who are the players that are benefiting the most? It's our wingers. Salah is back to his best to a degree. Lucho is getting now the numbers that we all wanted to see, that get him into positions. He's not playing as an out-and-out defensive type winger. He's actually getting into the center more. Like that's what the focus is. So can you imagine a good Chiesa in a role like that? Substituting, that gives us a Gakpo and a Chiesa that aren't even guaranteed to start.
They don't.
The depth up front now.
It's just ridiculous. And
depth
one
up
thing
front now is fantastic.
And I want to give shout out to Nunez. I'm worried. A couple of shows ago, I said I'm worried, but today you could see he's learning. He's not rushing anymore. He's calm. There's a couple of times where he held the ball very well. His chance that he had, and you give him a couple more, one of them will go into the net. He's not trying to just get the ball and go straight to the net. No, he gets the ball, he pass, circled around, and then get into a position. And he's still a menace for opposition players when if you hold the ball too long, he's going to step on your foot. But I think it's going to take a while for him to adjust that Liverpool don't do chaos anymore. The same way Liverpool fans at Anfield will have to adjust the new slot ball. But I'm gonna keep giving him hope till May and see what Slot can do with this guy. Because if he can figure something out of him, 6 attackers will be dangerous for any team.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's profile, isn't it? It's like, I mean, I don't want to have. I don't look at him going, right, it's Jota and Nunez, interchangeable. To me, it's very, very different players. Gakpo and Diaz are quite different as well, to be honest. So it's interesting to see, do we play, like Jota plays a very different type. He's much more like a Firmino, whereas Nunez is just a number 9. Absolute out-and-out number 9. So how do you, what happens there? I mean, the minutes aren't great for him. The optics aren't great for Nunez. I mean, it's at 0 minutes, then 18 minutes, then 20 minutes. Didn't start the last 3 games of last season under Klopp. He has work to do. Like we all said, nobody in this team has done anything to say he has to be dropped, and there's someone in behind him to come in. So we're now in a position where, look, it is what it is. He's a big money striker, but he's on the bench. It's a new manager. So at some point he might get back in. He might not get back in. If he does get in, a lot of talk about how he was going to play with a guy like him. I heard a lot about that. He's obviously not. Jota is not like Nunez, and he's our spearhead right now. So it's going to be interesting to see if he can come in, and then in 5 weeks' time, I'm eating my words because he gets into the team, and then we're all sitting here going, yeah, Jota's not getting back into this team, lads. Nunez has come in, and because that's football, that can happen so easy. But we haven't had, I can't judge this because we haven't seen 5 games of Liverpool under a slot with Nunez up front. We just haven't seen it. We don't know what that looks like.
Yeah, not yet.
We can't say, it works or it doesn't work because we literally haven't seen it.
I'll tell you what we have seen.
Theoretically.
I'll tell you what we have seen is this.
Us sticking 3
you.
past Manchester United at Old Trafford this afternoon. I saw that,
Yeah. What we have seen is we have seen this.
Yeah.
This guy with a smile on his face
That's why he needs
with
to
a
sign that
smile on
contract.
his face. Give him
That's
3
why he needs to
kisses.
sign that contract.
1,
Yeah.
2, 3.
Sign that contract, pretty boy. Sign that contract.
300 grand a week. Is that what he's saying?
I like me
Minimum,
now.
baby. Minimum.
Minimum of 300 grand. You'll get you.
Oh, maybe that's what he's saying. Maybe he could be saying that too. Yeah, maybe that's him telling him how much he needs to be paid. 3.
No, I like when he was walking off. He was very aware, and he was definitely doing
Absolutely.
the pretending to look pissed
Now
off.
he knew people were
Yeah,
gonna
he
look
was
at him.
pretending. Yeah, he was pretending to look a bit pissed off, and then all of a sudden he like breaks out into a smile, going, "Nah, I don't care."
Right.
You know, it's just like, yeah, I gotcha. You know, like the
Mhm.
commentators are saying it, like, how is he
You are
going to
the
react?
poster
Because
boy,
they saw
my
the number
friend.
going up.
Yeah,
they
you
saw
are
the
the
number
poster
going up.
boy. The poster
And
boy.
don't forget this. Don't forget this. This is one that's going to melt Pops' brain. He's an Adidas player. We go back to
Yeah.
Adidas next year.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he is basically one of their main guys right now in terms of this part of the world. So that will be just another little stir in the pot. You
Yeah.
know, they won't want to lose him at Liverpool because he's
No.
basically, he wears, like, you have to wear, as a footballer, you can wear boots by anybody. You have to wear, you know, your club kit, you have to wear a Nike, but you can be sponsored and paid to wear boots by anybody. Like, you can be a Nike club, but you can be an Adidas boot, or you can be a Nike boot guy at an Adidas club. And that's where you get your big money. And Adidas, you look around the world, Trent is kind of a big thing. You know, they'll want Trent, Adidas, Liverpool.
Absolutely.
But Liverpool's being taken over by Adidas next year, so
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're coming back in next year. They want him on board. They don't want to lose him to Real Madrid.
And I don't know, this is my theory. It's gonna be a Stevie G Hippier situation here. Virgil's gonna get the contract. He's gonna tell them, "Hey, brother, listen. You will have to usher your captainship to this younger brother here. You know, he is Mr. Liverpool. He's the Adidas brand. So maybe in a year or two, we'll give you a 3, but in 2 years, you captain is going to this younger. That's what I think will happen."
Yeah. Agreed. I think Virgil gets an extension of like 2. I think Mo goes.
I think Mogo.
Yeah, I think Virgil will sign on for 2. And I think Trent will get, like you say, the big promising you the world type deal. Like 6
Liverpool
years.
is yours.
Pretty much, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, just block Bellingham in his phone. Get his phone, block Bellingham. You know what I mean? Do that.
Yeah. What did you guys, real quick too, because Jimmy's got a question for you. Let me see if I can get a good pick of it. Here, I'll use this one. What did you think of the new kit and how it looked?
I don't like the Nike sign facing like it's upside down. It looked like somebody tried to scam a t-shirt. It's like a fake Nike sign. I don't know if that's where Nike's going.
I think it's the Superman Nike, basically, because they're flying. For the Nike symbol to be right, they're flying.
Yeah, right.
It's kind of
it's
different.
The kit's fine. Kit is fine, but
the kit is beautiful. I like the kit. The Nike
nice
sign
white
was
kit.
throwing me off.
White kit. You know, I'm a quasi. I said I don't like when it's basically when graphic designers get paid too much money. They're like, oh, you know, like what we've decided to do is we're gonna like turn it, and it means something. It's like, yeah, whatever, dude. Okay, cool. It's like if they took the Adidas symbol, they turned it upside down.
Upside down.
Why are you doing that?
Like,
why are you doing that?
Why? Just leave it as it
is.
is.
We have to come up with shit. It's like, well, okay. But no, it's a nice kit. Otherwise, it's nice and simple.
The black and white with the red.
Yeah, it's cool. It's nice. The other one is nice as well. The way, like,
I like the black one. The red one.
I don't. Yeah, the collar on it, I suppose.
The
but
collar,
yeah.
yeah, that flat collar is throwing me off.
But we look good in white. We've always looked good in white. I thought, especially when you go up against Man United, it makes us stand out more.
From now
Because
on,
most,
from now on, when we go to Old Toilet, we should be wearing red. They don't deserve the red color.
yeah, pretty much. I agree with that. I agree with that.
Yeah, wear it until we lose in that kit. That's basically how it is.
By the way,
There was
Clubman,
a thing I wanted to show too, real quick.
I
Go
actually
ahead.
just quickly, I don't mind it on the
Um,
shorts. You know the way they've changed the
Yeah, you can see it on the short.
they-
Yeah,
I don't actually mind it so much on the shorts. That's
yeah,
actually
because
not that bad.
that's not that bad. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's just the way on the thing. It just looks like it's
Look
yeah,
like somebody
whatever.
did on their basement and just like, hey, new Nike shirts.
Yeah, so it won't get caught by the scanning. But yeah, it actually doesn't look that bad on the shorts.
No.
I was going to show this. I wanted to share this thing too. Hold on 1 second, because this is my brethren here. This is someone that I do have to give a shout out to. Happy birthday to Mr. Sturridge.
DS.
Yep, D-Studge.
DS was in the building too.
Yes, he
Yeah.
was. Yes, he was. Big
Oh,
up,
yeah.
big up to him. Happy
What is
birthday.
he today? What is he today? Like four? I'm gonna guess four. No,
30
38.
something. 37,
Yeah,
38.
like, yeah.
Or am I doing him a disservice there?
Nah, he's yeah. I think
He's
he's
probably like
Mr.
37, 38 now.
he's 35 years old.
He's only 35.
Oh,
I knew I was
wow.
doing him a
35.
disservice. Yeah, he's still only
Jeez.
35. Yeah, sorry, Daniel. Sorry.
Yeah,
Wow.
those injuries.
I'm sure you are watching. I know
Yeah,
you're watching.
that's a
those
crime.
injuries.
Yeah, Daniel. Remember who remembered how old you were.
Yeah, no, I
Weren't
knew I
rushing
was
you-
old.
Weren't rushing you to
no,
that 40.
I was but I
Yeah.
was the one who immediately knew I was wrong when I said he was. I knew he was younger. 35 though.
Yeah,
Is he unattached at the moment? I mean, football.
yeah,
Yes, he
pretty
is.
much. Yeah,
He's without a club at the moment, is he? Is he
yeah.
officially retired, or has he officially hung up his
No,
boots?
he's done. Yeah, he's retired.
Yeah, he works for Sky Sports.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I suppose.
Hold on, when did he put his retirement speech out?
I knew.
I don't remember
I
that.
And
knew
he
he was doing a
sometimes
bit of
and he sometimes
punditry.
is on and sometimes he's on CBS as well over here in the States. He's
Oh god,
coming.
yeah. Kate, Jamie, and Mika.
Yeah.
Like I knew
Because
he was
on
getting really good
for
reviews as a pundit.
he was on
got
he
really
did
good
the
reviews.
he did for Fox as well. He did for Fox as well. 'Cause
Oh,
he
he
was
did,
on
didn't
with-
he? Yes.
He did the Euros for Fox.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
But he got really good reviews as a pundit. I saw that, but I thought maybe he was also doing a bit of punditry, but I wasn't sure he had like 100% said that's it for football. So,
Yeah.
okay,
Same.
But he was getting like I saw a couple of articles going like Daniel Sturridge breath like a breath of fresh air. Like he'd come on and like the first people like he was very swagged up. Like he was dressed really, really really well.
Rocking the
people were like,
earrings.
people were like, wow, look at him. But they were
Yeah.
like, that was like his first impression. But they were saying like, actually, yeah, he's dressed up like fucking Prince at the Oscars or something. But he's probably the best pundit on there. Like they were saying, his punditry is actually like even better than his style almost. He's not just kind of coming on looking good. He's actually a really top notch pundit. So that's obviously somewhere he's going to go. But oh man, when he was firing with Suarez, it was just like I've never seen a player so energized by another player so obviously. Like Sturridge just being powered up by Suarez. He was just like, yeah, I'm going to score a worldie, you score a worldie. Let's see how many worldies we can score this week.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was one of the that's a forgotten partnership. Sturridge and Suarez was really, really good. No one talks about Sturridge. They talk about Suarez. Sturridge in that season, he scored about 20 in the league. And most of them were
25
bangers.
goals.
Yeah, most of them were absolutely brilliant goals. There was no tap ins there, man.
And he had his moments with he has some definite moments with Klopp too.
Oh yeah, he's a forgotten player. No
that
doubt
Chelsea
about it.
game.
Which is fitting considering it was against Chelsea.
Yep.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, that's easing them too. You know, to this day, I'm trying to figure out what formation. Well, we play so many different formations that season. So because the fact that he had those two
Brendan.
guys.
The formation was Brendan with a question mark.
Brendan.
Basically. Yeah.
Because there's no way you have Sturridge on the right wing or Suarez on the right wing. It didn't make sense. It looked like a 4-4-2, 3-5-2, 4-3-3, 4-3-2-1, 4-4. I'm like, bro, how many changes?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I remember ESPN used to make fun of him. It's like, you saw how many changes he did? They had articles. They're like, yeah, they started with 4-3-3, switched to 4-2-3-1, then he went to 3-5-2. We're like, bro, how many formations? Like Sturridge, Brendan. These guys, but then we shipped 50 goals. That's why we didn't win the league.
Yeah.
Scored a gang load of goals, shipped 50 goals.
Istanbul. Istanbul. Only Brendan. 3-0 up at Palace. 3-0 up at Palace.
That one, I'm still hurt.
That is, yeah.
Even the Chelsea game, all he had to do was do the same thing Mourinho was doing. Make it boring. Make it boring for 75 minutes and then unleash, bring Sturridge in, bring Coutinho in, then bring the itinerary. He should have just make it boring and boring. Let the fans cry. Make it boring. We didn't need to win that game. We just needed a draw.
Yeah. His ego wouldn't allow that. He had to be Brendan. Had to be clever.
I do want to say, though, if you do get an opportunity to go out, do be sure to rush out and buy the latest jeans out there. You're gonna. They're hot. I know they're flying off the racks as we know, but yeah. And like I said, you even get a little Bruno in your back pocket. By the way,
they're the special edition. If you get that 1 in 100 that has a Bruno in the back pocket, then you've won. Yeah.
Then you won.
Yeah, only 1 in 100 has a Bruno in the back pocket.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it was glorious.
I'm only showing the back pocket when I get J-Lo to try to like do the jeans sideways. Yeah, when she does the jeans for us, when she models the jeans for us, then I'll show you the side view. But baggy jeans are back.
This isn't meant to offend anybody, but can I just say, half of that 10 million fee was worth it for Mrs. Chiesa alone. I'm just saying that. That's all I'm saying. That's
there you go.
That's
a lot of people are salivating on Mrs. Chiesa.
Very very nice. Thank you.
Very nice. They're both in the stands today.
Yeah. A fine looking couple. A fine looking couple
for certain. For certain. He is a very lucky man, and so is she. And she's a very lucky woman.
Yeah.
She's a very lucky woman.
No doubt.
But yeah, man. 3-0. Definitely fitting. There's 3 of them in your pocket right there. 3-0 full time. Liverpool pull out this victory. Oh, we got JK in the house too.
Easy now, guys. What a win.
Can I give a quick shout?
Big up JK.
Easy as everyone. Yalante. Bro, Quasi, Brian, Lee. Are you all good?
Yeah, we were just about to wrap up here. I was gonna let everyone give their
stretch it out.
Stretch it out. But we'll stretch it out a little bit here. If you want to give a quick thought and then maybe a thought on the game, I'll allow for you to have the platform real quick, and then we'll just go around the horn here so everyone gets their final and gets their final shout. gets the conch, you know, on the island here. What you
Who
want to
was your man of
say?
the match? 12.
Oh, come on now.
Oh yeah, that's true. We can do that after. Yeah, we'll do that when we go around the next time. We'll do that. Can be a separate one around. So
Yeah, or tomorrow, we'll go in depth.
Yeah, my man of the match. Yeah,
JK, what's
Wonder
your
who
thoughts
that
on the
be.
game, though?
12.
yeah. Casemiro, maybe.
60 mil. They thought they were getting the world class DM, Real Madrid.
I mean, he was one of the best.
Man.
He set up some of the best goals for us today. You can say.
Don't buy from Madrid, man. Do not. Like, they gave them Varane and they didn't learn. They gave them Varane, and it's like they're tiptoeing away, hoping like that the burglar tiptoeing away, hoping they don't notice. And then they're like, they call them back, and they're like, oh shit, they're after realizing, and it's not. It's like, oh, and they're like, oh, have you got anything else? And they're like, well, we've got a Casemiro, but she couldn't possibly be that stupid, could she? How much is he? 60 million? Okay, cool. Like, so they gave them Varane and Casemiro, two of potentially world class players in their day. Like, they've won it all 10 times, completely washed, completely done. And you're like, yeah, we'll give them £1 million a week. We'll give you 60 million.
The only thing world class about what they got was their salaries. That's the only thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. But it's just like,
they had world class salaries. They did not have world class players. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, I mean, Real Madrid. When they are accepting the bid, that's an alarm bell. When they're prepared to sell you a player, it's like Man City. That's an alarm bell. When you ring them up and go, can we have this player? And they're like, yeah, totally. Sorry, yeah.
I mean, they're holding on to
we were hoping you were going to say no. Like, if you ring up and say, can we have Gabby Jesus? And they're like, yeah, cool, he's 30 million. Oh, well, actually, maybe there's something wrong. You're fine. Yeah, we were kind of expecting to put up a fight about it or something. When they're just like, yeah, you can have him. What do you want?
Be worried.
40 million. He's yours. Yeah. That's when you walk away. And this guy comes in 300 grand a week. They just, like, Varane just got taken off the list of Como. He went to Como, the Cesc Fabregas team in Serie A. They just took him off the list because he's injured again. Like, they got a broken World Cup player. Yeah. Now they've gone out and got Lenny Yaro. They think that they beat Madrid to the Euro signing. I mean, they're living a dream now. Look what we just did to them.
That's the mentality that they're on. That's
what I'm saying. JK, you weren't here. I said we just handed Manchester United the biggest dose of reality that they've had in a long time. That right there today is their reality, and it's our reality.
That is the reason why, Brian, I was saying, yes, we all needed a DM. We need setting players. I told you what my list was to win the league. But this is the part where when the manager said we need to get the best, the person we bring in has to be better than what we have or the same. Of course, I'm paraphrasing, but and fans don't get it. All they want is get this, get a 6, get a left back, get a 6. They're like, bro, who do you get? Who wants to come to Liverpool right now and be a backup to what we have? Or who do you bring in right now who's going to start right away? We did that with Salah, with Mane, with Virgil, with Fabinho, with Alisson. Where are you going to find those players right now to come in right away? And then they'll be like, okay, I'm going to be, you're getting a player like Virgil, and he's okay, I'm going to be his second option to Konate or VVQ.
Yep.
That does not make sense. That's why Manchester United, they are so far behind, like Brian said, they are so far behind us. They have to do these type of signing. Chelsea is trying to buy themselves out of problems.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? The idea is
we've done the McFly settings.
It's like I don't
talking a mess, and then like all of a sudden you saw.
I don't get what Liverpool fans.
And it's
You know what I mean? Like, I don't get why Liverpool fans are like, no, we need to buy. Why do we have a net spend of this? Like, bro, we had we had so much fat, we had to cut it out before we bring new players in. And what is the first thing this manager and the director do? Send those kids that will never make into the first team away. Either you sell them or you put them on loan. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They had to do that. They had to do that. Otherwise, you can't bring anybody in.
Yeah.
Well, I think what it is, I think what fans forget regarding of the six, regardless to not, our squad was full packed already. Look how many midfielders we have. So
Like
unless
12.
we're gonna, and I said as 12 at the start of previous shows, if we're gonna buy, we have to sell at least one or two before we can buy.
Yeah.
Because we were rampacked. So it's not as the question is like, again, with desperation, but who are you gonna sell? That's the key.
I said that time and time
But
again. That was my
yeah.
question. How, like, so often when Brian and I would talk, and we were talking, like he would say, very similar. You know, it's just what you're saying right now is that, you know, if we're gonna buy someone, fantastic, but that means that someone's going to have to go, because this team from top to bottom is pretty stacked with players that are comparable parts to the equation that we bring onto the pitch.
I know the crazy thing is, you know what?
Spots on the team.
Yeah,
That's
I know the crazy thing is
every weekend.
This is what it kills me. It's some of the kids that we sold or we sent on loan. You still had fans talking about no. I want him to stay. We're like, bro, what do you want us to do, man? You want us to bring people in? You don't want us to sell? No, why are we selling the kids? They want us the Carabao Cup. So what? You want them to just sit in the fringes the whole time, just sitting at the brand new coffee shop? They want to be sitting at the brand new coffee shop at the Access Center.
Bobby Clark, Pop's gonna tell me this. Bobby Clark was dropped as a name, and I was just like, what? Bobby Clark is a future talent, good player. He's not a starter on his team.
No,
he's just not. No,
job.
Anyone is whining over the fact that Bobby Clark isn't a part of this squad at the moment. That's a whole different story, man. That's a whole different conversation.
You know what gets me annoying the most? When people come in, oh, we're not saying go buy an Mbappe style of play. We're just saying bring somebody else. Bro, if you don't want Mbappe, then why should we bring somebody lesser than Mbappe to Liverpool? Are you saying that Liverpool just need less play?
Yeah. It is, yeah.
I'm like, what the hell are you talking about?
That's a very good point. Like, yeah,
Liverpool,
that's why I kept saying, if you want to bring in a Bastoni, I'm all in. I'm all in.
Like Bastoni wants to be the fifth option, right?
But exactly. But is Bastoni going to be the fifth option? No. And then you're looking at a situation where what's it called, BBQ myself, but Kwanzaa's going to all of a sudden have to be at the fourth starter or third starter behind Ibu. It's one of those things where you're just like, you got to be realistic with where and what we have currently. And if it means if Bastoni wants to step in and be a part of this club, sign me up. But it's the reality of we do have an Ibu. We do have a Kwanzaa. And those two players are very, very good players. Get Ibu the availability, I think that we are set. And hey, shout out to Gomez for not leaving, because realistically, Gomez
he can't leave. He can only leave if someone bids for him.
Right.
I mean,
we all.
I know, but nobody bid for him. Though.
I'm just trying to say that not
you're gonna make
the fact that he hasn't left is like very, 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 very. I'm happy that a deal didn't get worked out, or a deal didn't get pushed to the point where he moved on and went to a Crystal Palace or whoever, or maybe we settled for whatever number it was Newcastle was offering us, like as in just to get some money into the bank, as people think that we're trying to do.
But I don't think that even happened with him, though.
Yeah.
I mean, just honestly, I'm not being nitpicky. I actually genuinely, I don't think anybody bid for Joe after Newcastle.
They were probably talking about it. So
if we did, fucking Fabrizio Romano would be telling the whole world. I mean, genuinely don't think anyone came in and said, "We'll give you."
Now, real
That's
quick,
cool with
I
them,
think it
man.
never
He was a
happened.
part.
I don't think it
There was
happened.
reports that he was a part of that of the initial Gordon offer.
That's what I'm saying. After that whole Newcastle thing, I think after that, I think that was it. I don't think anybody
now
actually
I have a question
came
for
in after
Pops.
that.
I have a question for Pops. Those are the comments that annoy the hell out of me sometimes. He said we got space. Okay, we got space. Who is coming to Liverpool to sit on the bench?
I've said that time and time again.
Who is coming to Liverpool to start? Zubimendi, how do we know that he could have started? With how the three midfielders are playing right now, how do we know he would have started? Or any of our,
that's the thing you see.
you know what I mean? Or any of our midfield, how do you know they would have started? Right? You're saying Bastoni, great defender. I agree with you 1000%. But let's be honest, is Bastoni better than Konate?
At the way that Konate is playing right now, no. I mean, I say that he's certainly comparable, but I wouldn't say he's better.
Yeah,
exactly.
But you don't know.
Exactly my point.
But Quasi, if we had bought Zubimendi and Bastoni, they'd be starting because we would have spent about 160 million on them.
Yes,
they just would. They'd be starting. It's more like it's very like when I say like we're all talking about what we have now and what we're doing because this is what we have now. If we had bought two players, we'd be having a completely different conversation. It's not like that we're saying the players that we have are bad. It's just that, I mean,
that's
we went all in for Zubimendi. We were all in for him.
We wanted, exactly. We wanted.
So if he had come in, he would be playing, right? So would he be playing? So the question is, would he be playing instead of McAllister, Gravenberch? Well, that's it. He would. So it would be.
But that's the part. You see, but that's the part where
that's football. That's life.
No,
that's signing.
1000%.
Right.
But look at the flip side to that. Yeah, but look at the flip side to that. Exactly what you said. You could say the same thing in reverse. You know that, right?
Yeah, they have been saying sliding doors. It's totally sliding doors.
Yeah, they have been saying.
Happened, then the other thing wouldn't happen. But we didn't get the guy. If we had got Zubi, we'd be talking about something different. But we didn't get him, so now we're running with Gravenberch, and we're having a different conversation.
Right.
However, if Zubimendi was on the bench, and we had bought him, but it's just okay. So,
but that is the part where. But again, Brian. So I said, Paul, Brian. This is the part where fans tend to become managers. We don't know that. There's a reason why they didn't go for anybody else except Zubimendi. People are assuming just because we spend X amount of money on one particular player, that player has to start. It doesn't work like that. That player, said player, has to come in and show us that he deserved to start. Yeah, you are Zubimendi. I know you were a bad boy. We saw you in the Euro. But you are not in Spain anymore. You are in EPL. You are in Liverpool. Liverpool have ballers. Hence the reason why they said we can't find anybody else. You see what I mean? That's what I'm saying. It could go the other way. Just because you were cost Casedo, 100 and something million. Yeah, a lot of Liverpool fans say if he had come to Liverpool, we want you in the league. We don't know that.
Of course.
That's the part where I am very, a lot of times I'm like, yeah, I also fall into that category. I say, okay, yeah, buy me Isak and we win the game, we win the league. No, it's not guaranteed. The money does not dictate the player. Yes, in the first 3, 4, 5 games, maybe he will start. But what happened in training if Szoboszlai, Gravenberch, and McAllister are balling out and he's kind of lacking? You sit on the bench. We have an $85 million, £85 million striker on the bench right now. So those things of, just if we buy him, they're going to play. Yeah, they could start. When we got 38 games, just the league. So, this thing of, go buy him, then they will play. No, go buy him because they could take the number 1 position or they are very close to the number 1. Chiesa, at this level of Salah's level, Chiesa can challenge Salah. We don't know yet, but he could. If it was Salah of 3 years ago, the Mane Salah, that would never.
How about I would say Chiesa possibly. I'm not saying he can't challenge Salah. I'm not saying that he's a talented player, but and who knows how he's going to fit into this. I don't know.
Yeah, he's way better than Ben Doak. Yeah, you're right.
But what I was going to say is that there are certain players with our former manager that wouldn't have been given that opportunity to really challenge. But with this coach, who knows what the stakes are?
That's my point. That's exactly my point.
That I can admit, because I mean, like, we've already seen Trent getting adjusted, being subbed off in the 60th or 70th minute of a game. You know, where we saw Mo Salah get subbed off on a goal. You know, possibly against a team he probably could have scored another goal, possibly another goal in. You know, getting subbed off late in that game. It's different settings. It's different settings.
Wait, so Pops is telling me just because the current manager did not buy the 85 million striker, so that does not. Okay, you make a lot of sense. Your challenge right now, if we're in a courtroom, they just strike it down.
Save that for their Friday night.
Yes, brother. If you have an $85 billion,
save that for that, Pops, and you can go back and forth on that one.
Nah, I'm done. I'm
not going to be in the middle.
No, I'm done. But Brian was making a good point. Brian was making a good point on what, if we had them, they will possibly be playing. But at the same time, the manager have been saying from day one, I have great players, so the player that has to come in has to be better or very close to what we have. So that's why I said that's
I also don't think that we have Grealish. We have Grealish settings on this team.
No, we don't.
Where we can buy £100 million player.
Thank you.
And sit him on the bench. That I will admit. That's
no. Look, we can dress it up as much as we like.
Yeah.
Nobody can convince anybody that a new manager coming into a club and only getting is ideal. Okay. You can also say that all of our players are brilliant and we love them all and they're great. Those two things can be true. You know, it doesn't have to be a cognitive dissonance here. We can understand the fact that we can improve this team, and you probably should. And it's good to do that, because the one thing that gets ignored here a lot, and something I keep wanting to bring up, is we talk about it as fans. We look at it from all these kind of angles. Do you know who really, 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 really wants to see their team bringing in top quality players into their dressing room? It's the players that are already there. Virgil van Dijk, Mo Salah, Alisson, Diaz, Szoboszlai. They want to wake up tomorrow morning and find out that we've signed a world-class player, because they're going, what, Messi is joining my team? Bastoni is joining me. We're getting that guy. Are you serious?
Yeah.
He's coming to. Wow. They want that. They want to know that they're on a team that is buying good players. As long as it doesn't basically say you're out, they want to know. They want to be sitting there going, "We're buying players. They're humans. They're not idiots." It's players more than anything else want to know that they've joined a club that is signing top players.
Right.
Oh, we just signed this guy. It's the players, because it's their chances of winning trophies get massively multiplied by us signing world-class players. They are the guys who more than anyone else.
It also is a reflection of them too. It's also a reflection of those players too. I mean, like, if you're
that's what they want.
You're Van Dijk or you're a Trent or like that, you want to feel like you are, being surrounded by style level players. You're not going to.
That's the reason why
nobody wants to pick. No one wants to say, "Oh, okay, you're going to bring me this bum or not bum, but like you're going to bring me this guy."
No bum.
I'm going to carry this guy. Yeah.
Hence the reason why. Yeah, hence the reason why the manager has been saying from day one, if we get somebody better than what we have, we will go after it.
It is the players are ruthless. They're like, if you're sitting there, you're being judged as a player, right, in your place of work. You work in a team, in a company, right, and you work in the graphics department, right, and that's where you're working, right. And it's like, oh, the graphics department, they're doing shit, man. And you're the head of the graphics department. You're like, yeah, because you've given me some of the worst employees in the last 10 years. Go out and get me good people. You want to get good. You're not sitting there going, oh, don't sign anyone good. I want to be the best guy here.
Yeah.
You know, people, they just know that the only way that they can perform as a team is to get good players around them. They don't want to be sitting there going, oh, this is really clever by FSG and not signing anybody. That's real clever strategy. They want to hear, no, dude, we just signed this guy. We signed that guy. We signed that guy.
Yeah.
That's what players want to know.
No, I mean, it's very similar to, you know.
More trophies for me, man. More trophies for me.
Very similar,
at the same time,
the NBA, like in the NBA, you know, I know I'm making a cross sport reference, but in the NBA, you know, like they want the big names to be on the staff.
With the NBA, let's be honest, with the NBA, recently when LeBron, well, I won't say LeBron is the first one, but when
I was gonna say like KD moving to
the big three, the first big three to Boston,
like Golden State, you know, it's like
then people realize that you could make all the money, you have 300 million in the bank, but when it all said and done, you are fighting to be in the top 75 top players because you didn't win anything. Then people are fighting. No, I need to be in there for what? You didn't win anything. So that's why I'm very profound with some of these LFC fans who get upset. They're like, yeah, just buy somebody. Just be like, buy who, bro? Great players want to be surrounded with what? Like-minded skill level, right? Do we agree with that?
Of course.
Yeah, look how many players there are available in the game. There's millions of them. There's so many footballers. So for me, there is a guy who's close enough to Zubamendi, for example, that we could have gone for. You know, I understand it from your point of view as well. But for me, I think our club used it as an excuse. They use an excuse not to buy anyone anyway then. You know,
no.
We went from...
JK, this is the thing though. This is the part where a lot of times as Liverpool fans also don't think. That player that you're talking about, that player wants to come to Liverpool.
There's a lot of variables that
there's so many variables that a lot of times we fans we just think that the owners just need to splash the cash and the person is just coming. And it doesn't work like that. Because just like as much as Brian,
we just watched someone get a PowerPoint about mountains and stay in Spain.
You know, like I was listening to Fabricio, and he said he doesn't get why these players from the Basque region don't want to leave. There's so much money was thrown at Nico Williams, and he's not that expensive. But this guy said, no, I'm staying. Right? They are players that sometimes they don't want to leave. Sometimes, yes, some players, if you have the money.
We're going to push back. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, some players have, if you have the money. Yeah. Some players, if you have the money, they will come. Some players, like Brian was saying, they want to win, so they want to be around certain great players.
Exactly. Some people, some players want just the money. Like, as in, trust me, some players don't really care about the trophies like that.
Yeah.
Some people want to have the legacy. Some players play for the legacy. Some players play for the bag. Some players play for their wives and where they like to live.
Yeah.
You know,
some people didn't want to come to Liverpool because it's far away from London. Yeah, remember when we were struggling? Brian, remember when we were struggling? Players didn't want to come to Liverpool because Liverpool, the region is not sexy enough. I want to be in the south. So there's a whole lot of variables that sometimes it affects. Now, when you are winning, guess what?
The weather's a lot better than Liverpool if they're winning trophies.
Absolutely.
No. When I was saying about the Basque stuff, like I'm basically talking about the whole. I'm a Republican. They're a separatist group that want to get away from the country. Like I say, I've got to respect that whole. They only basically winning one trophy for a Basque club would mean more than winning 10 at Liverpool. Right? That's what I respect for those guys is the kind of how much they basically a lot of those people. They don't want to be part of Spain. They don't consider themselves Spanish. Neither do the Catalans. They don't want to be part of Spain. If it was up to them, they'd be a different country. And as an Irish person, I kind of chime with that. I understand that. And that's what I respect is the whole only Basque players and all of that. It's hardcore. I like it. And it to me, it stands out as different in this world of let's just buy everything for £1 million. And yeah,
Places get a
fair
lot.
play to these guys.
Places get a lot sexier when you're winning, though.
Oh
No,
yeah,
if we were
but these
winning,
guys-
yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you're winning,
you know, if we're
Manchester-
winning, we're winning Champions Leagues
Yeah,
left
Manchester
and right.
City,
you know,
man.
going on,
Manchester's down the
12,
road.
13, 14
They get
champions.
enough players. They get enough
Yeah.
players, big names. Go to Manchester.
Manchester is an absolute shithole. It's
But-
an absolute shithole.
what's the name? JK. There's a part where Liverpool fans tend to compare themselves with Manchester, not City. City we know, right? But when it comes to Manchester United, you have to understand Manchester United are paying over the odds. They're paying wages out
Yeah.
of the wazoo. So when they go there, like Delict, if
There's
Liverpool,
there's no wage structure. There's no real
Yeah.
wage structure in.
Yeah.
in
Come and get
Manchester.
paid, come there. You want to get paid, go to Manchester.
just go to
Right.
Manchester United, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, there's, no,
even
there's no wage
That's
structure.
hilarious. Stroke.
Yeah.
let's
That's
say even
hilarious.
the structure. Let's even take the structure away, right? Let's just take. We all say we needed a center back. You bring Delict into Liverpool, who is he better than?
None of them.
Right.
That's the point. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's
Yeah.
the thing. Delict would have been the fourth. Delict still would have been
Fifth. The
fourth,
fifth option.
if not fifth. With Gomez on the team, he probably would have been fifth.
Yeah.
I personally believe in Nat Phillips than everybody believes in Nat Phillips. I think that this style of play fits Nat
Now
Phillips. But
the,
he's
gone,
gone too
dude.
long.
He's
gone
gone
too
now.
long,
he's in
so-
Derby. He's in Derby,
He's
right?
gone.
Yeah,
You see what I'm
Derby, yeah.
saying? So that's what I was saying. It's not that I said, "Oh, we can't find another player, or we can't go." No, I was just saying that there's so like variables to sending players. Like Zubimendi, I was between three players that for a position I wanted: Henderson, Zubimendi, and then Neves, who went to PSG. Those three was like my three guys that I say, if we could get one of them, we are set. Zubimendi, the boy is like, hey, like people forget Busquets. Busquets did not want to leave Barcelona because he has what do you call it? Anxiety. He gets homesick. Like they say, getting him out of there, even to Barcelona to go to other games is even a problem. So even if you get him out, like even Piqué came to Manchester United for years and was crap. He goes to Barcelona, all of a sudden they're like, yeah, they're one of the greatest center back of all time. That makes no sense. Right? Yeah, the environment counts. Setting players
all
is just
all the surrounding environment contributions do matter. Whether it's your, obviously your support system being your family or your loved ones, obviously that makes a difference.
Especially obviously person to person, as you've just seen.
Yeah.
Like there are guys that can, like there's a guy that can go and live on the moon.
They don't care.
As a hermit, he doesn't care if he sees his family for a year. He's an absolute driven genius. He's a fucking monk. He's a lunatic.
Right.
And then you get these guys who can't spend 5 minutes away from mama's pasta without breaking down.
We have a player.
Yeah. I mean, we all know those people. Like you can go live in a
There's
forest
an
for a year.
American player who doesn't want to leave the United States because of his dog.
I am not touching that with a dog pole. I am not going there.
So
I don't want to know what kind of relationship that guy has with his dog. That's all I'm saying.
just people in love. Like you said, some people have something that keeps him psychologically, whatever. You know what I mean?
You don't need those guys. You need those guys. Look, you need to have empathy and sympathy and all that this day and age. But you also have to understand that it's a fucking hard world out there.
It's not easy.
And sometimes, if you want to take your move to go to Liverpool,
that's right.
Hey, look, it might take you 3 months to get your family here and get settled and
it's
all
a
that.
hard knocks
You want
life.
to make the move. Yeah, bang, bang, bang. It's the top of the league, man. You're going to get the move. Do you want to do it? I mean, make your choice.
Yeah.
Can you deal with it? Can you handle it? Come and handle it. Work with it. Don't quit after 3 days because you haven't seen your girlfriend in a week.
That's why
it's that kind of shit. Like you're going to have to be a grown up.
Yeah, but look, when you look at our team, you got McAllister, Alisson, Fabinho, all South Americans, Diaz, all South Americans. Liverpool compared to their life there, total different ball game,
Right.
But they've came in and settled in. Why? Because they had Klopp there looking after them like a dad, and like going for trophies and stuff. So for me, the manager plays a big part of that, of how the players feel settled and stuff.
It's not even just the manager; it's the whole structure. They built a whole coffee station for them at the training center, right? And that's just to get them to be more, get together, be around each other, have fun. Look at the pictures. You could say that it's all made up PR, but Chiesa hasn't stopped smiling since he got to Liverpool.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Been
So
smiling.
and that is also part of the variables when you're bringing a player in, because the player also has to fit that environment.
If my wife looked like that, I'd be smiling all day too. I'm just.
And what a scene for him today, being at Old Trafford to witness that.
I know. What an introduction,
I was loving that.
man. Yeah.
What an introduction for as a club to him. He's thinking, boom.
Oh yeah.
Just don't win.
Oh yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Like I said,
guess what?
The levels were realigned today. Last season, we had these little wobbles at Old Trafford, but the levels were realigned today. That's how much better we are than them.
That's awesome, by the way, Bernie. He said that, by the way. I'm sorry.
And I was going to say that earlier when Brian was talking about, like, when you have somebody like Mo and his family who are integrated into the culture like that, sometimes it's very hard to just move them on, because the next person that you bring in might not, his family might not. I mean, Zubimendi basically said his wife and kids were crying; they didn't want to leave.
No, Pep said his boys grew up and are recognize themselves as Scousers now. You said that very much. It's something that you have to account. Like, guys, in Liverpool it's a testament actually to the incredible community that Liverpool has, and another reason why I do love the club. I love the city. And even though I'm abroad, I still think of myself. I have a little bit of a Scouser love in my heart. So it makes a difference. It really does. And that's I've heard plenty of former players speak on the likes of how the city has taken them in, made them one of their own, and the fact that the love was so genuine that it really does have a significance in their lives for them to say, to connect themselves to the city's beautiful.
Yeah, it's not easy, man. Trust me. Even some of us, yes, you could say, well, you're getting paid this amount of money. Yeah, you get eventually you'll be like, bro, I don't.
That mean nothing.
I got to get out of here. I can't take this anymore.
I can't take it. Look at Thiago, for example. That guy comes from Spain, went to Bayern. Yeah. So high top quality teams, came to Liverpool, and he actually loved it there as well.
He still lives in Liverpool, right?
Yeah,
he came back. He came back. You have to. Yeah. So there you go.
I mean, even Rodgers still got house. Well, he's got house in a lot of different places too.
What's the name? Benitez. After Benitez said his family still lives.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Oh, his kids never left. No, Benitez's family never left Liverpool. His daughters are Scousers, like proper Scousers.
Yeah,
like
you can't.
Rafa Benitez's daughters are actual Scousers.
Yeah, Bernie's setting it right.
But I wouldn't just say that. I would just say that this isn't just a Liverpool thing.
Because
if you look at if you actually look at like all the big working class cities in England, Glasgow, Rangers, Liverpool, Newcastle, not so much the London clubs. It's not just Liverpool. It's actually an English football thing. There's actually all of those boys that say like the likes that they played at Bayern or Real Madrid and then they played at a big English team. They all have that special kind of affection for England, especially the working class cities, like the working class cities, Sunderland, Newcastle, Middlesbrough, Liverpool, especially. They feel that extra warmth in England. Like I'm not saying it's not just a Liverpool thing, but it is a bit special for Liverpool. But in England,
there's a culture.
all across England, Leeds, Coventry, whoever it might be. Those foreign players are like, oh wow, the way that we get felt welcome in England was different. To like we played in Milan or we played here or there, but my kids will always be Leeds fans, or my kids will always be Man City fans or Liverpool fans. Or they always have that kind of extra kind of affinity to the way the English people treat them, especially those players back like in the 90s when the foreign players first started coming over. When they were a bit special. Now there's loads of foreign players. But like back in the day, like in the 90s when the Zolas and the Asprias, when they first started coming over, English fans, they just fell in love with these people. They
Yeah.
instantly fell in love with them, and they made sure that they knew that they loved them. They were worshipped, and they were like, "Wow, I played at Parma. I never felt that kind of love from fans that they
You know
got from
the
the English fans."
you know the team that if FFP was not around, I think they would have been bigger than Real Madrid.
Exactly.
Is Newcastle.
Maybe.
That fan base with the money that they have, oh my God, it would have been scary. It would have
They
been
already
scary.
have a huge stadium. They already
They
have
already
one of the
exactly what
biggest
I'm saying. They
stadiums
have a
in the
fan
world.
base. Yeah, they have
Like,
a fan base.
yeah,
Like, with that
it's
money,
and they fill it, and
Yep.
they bought it too late. They didn't realize
Yeah.
they bought it too late.
they bought it too late.
Oh, the streets have arrived. Look at the streets.
Great.
Of course, the streets arrived just as we're about to. Just as we're about to end the show.
Oh, before he leaves, hey, Rasta, did Gravenberch pass his test?
Ha 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 ha.
Oh, Gravenberch has showed a lot of people up. That his display today. The people who were taking the rip out of him.
Hold that.
You know what I've
Hold
been
up.
doing? You know what I've been doing in repeat? The first goal that Trent scored that they call back. That Gravenberch turn and the way he ran through the middle. I was like, is that Yaya
What he
Toure?
does.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
That's what he does.
that's what he does.
Yeah.
He's
what
found
I-
his feet.
I said-
Found his feet.
I said I've been
That's-
saying
that's-
from day one on Gravenberch, I was like those like kind of like Matt Tip style runs where you just like he just takes off and it's just almost like no one's stopping him, no matter where.
But it's
he
not
goes.
accidental either. It's not accidental.
Exactly,
either.
Brian.
It's-
He did it on
it's
purpose.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's like do that. You
Yeah.
need to
Yep.
do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like put him in a position like you can see like that pass from Van Dijk
yeah,
when
yeah,
he went
yeah.
like it was like it's just like no, like you can do that. We're going to get you doing it.
And today
It's going to
Van
become
Dijk
a
was
thing.
just
Yeah.
goofing around today, man. He
Yeah,
didn't
he's
take
messing around.
He
Oh,
was
He's picking
messing
up
around.
Lallana
He
and
didn't,
everything.
he
Quasi
didn't take
man.
them seriously. There's not at one point
didn't.
he did not take none of them seriously.
What
He
I
punched-
would give for
Yeah.
him to be 4 years younger. What I would
Oh,
give
yeah.
for VVD to
Him
be
and Salah.
29, man. Oh my god.
Him and Salah, 4 years younger, Abby. But just quick thing about Gravenberch, it shows fans that like Kaiser, he's gonna come in, and if you don't find his feet straight away, like to have a bit of patience. Look at Gravenberch 6 months ago. Mans was like sell him in the summer, this, that, and the other. Today his display at Old Trafford showed you, no, keep him. So patience.
Yeah.
I think a lot of football fans got no patience no more, man.
That's the problem.
Yep, it's horrible actually. We're not. We're not Chelsea. They'll probably sack this manager by January if he don't really do well.
We
There you
were
go.
told that they
Maybe.
have the scariest attacker ever. Yeah, they scored 6 goals to a team that didn't decided not to play defense, and then I thought that it was they lucky they didn't lose. Crystal Palace should have beat them.
Yeah, they should have. They could have at least. They definitely could
It
have.
was a 1-1, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that
That was
Eze
one
goal was beautiful. That
was
Eze
beautiful,
goal
man.
was
Oh, my
beautiful
God.
strike.
The goalie,
Eze's a player.
There.
the goalie
What a little player.
dove for no reason. They're like,
But
I don't care.
people-
There's 6 of you.
Oh, quickly,
We're
man of the
ready to
match
go.
for you guys.
We're out.
Yeah, people. Let's
We're
we're at the 2-hour mark. I'll let Quasi give a shout out for his channel, of course. You want to give a shout?
Big up to the 12-man army. Appreciate you guys. People, pay attention and appreciate what you're seeing. It's not always going to be perfect, but pay attention and appreciate. This is just the beginning, man. This is just the beginning. Quincy Bowl TV, you find me over there. Come check me out. Keep supporting, man. This is just, it's different. It's not bad. It's not better than club. It's just different, and enjoy it. This is Liverpool, baby. Done.
Okay. Nalante, if you can hear us, you want to give a shout?
Yeah, just shout out to the panel, man. Shout out to the boys, man, them in the group, and shout out to the 12th Army and yourself, 12th. And yeah, man, I mean, it'd be nice watching in the UK. We've got match of the day, so I'll be watching that nicely again. Sky Sports and again, and Ten Hag's moaning, and Casemiro's losing a plot for 60 mil. So yeah, but I'm gonna watch this for about a couple of days still. So And 3's my favorite number, so we move. Big up.
Here we go.
Bless
There we
that,
go.
God. Bless God.
JK, you're up.
Yeah, for me, beautiful day all round, you know. Top display by every player. I never asked you guys what your player of the match was. Man of the match.
Oh
Man.
no, yeah. Well, we're gonna save a lot of that for tomorrow, but because we're gonna do a review
Okay.
tomorrow. But yeah, I already said Casemiro's my man of the match.
Yeah.
He was serving up assists all over the place. He's like, you get a goal, you get a goal, you get a goal.
Gary Neville saying he's looking leaner. He's looking leaner than last season.
Oh yeah, JK, you're right. I remember that.
He's looking
The kiss of
leaner. I
death.
think.
Yeah.
The kiss of death.
He needs to go get some more burgers.
Like, how can that guy's football career just go downhill just like that? Like,
Off the cliff.
mad.
It's called the cliff.
Yo, probably can't be bothered no more. He's got that type of face where he looks like he can't be bothered. So why are you playing it? Like,
He's making
why are
like
you
he's
playing
over,
this guy?
over 300,000 pounds a week. He's
Getting heavy on him.
He's not
JK.
bothered one bit. He is not bothered one little bit. He's like,
He don't give a damn.
Like I said, JK, he didn't just get taken off. He got taken off and replaced by an extra from Coronation Street. Okay. He got, I mean, not only did he get taken off, he got taken off by somebody nobody's ever heard of or has ever
Yeah,
cauliflower. Yeah.
Nobody even, no, Nilante, nobody still knows what his name is. I don't
know it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Nobody knows. We don't know. We will never know.
Where he
Nobody
came
will
from,
ever know who he was, who came on at halftime today. There's no point even looking it up. Nobody knows. It was just some guy. And that's the end of Casemiro's career right there.
boom.
Right there. At our hands. At our hands. Now, we owe Madrid on a lot of levels. Now, that's just kind of one bit. That's like a long game Madrid bit, but that's just part of it. So if that's part of us just getting, yeah, I'll take that because we just finished Casemiro today. We finished him, man. Literally, that's it at the highest level. Saudi Arabia, where are you? Come back in. End this man's pain. This is not nice. This is not how it's supposed to happen. This is not how it's supposed to end.
This
You know,
is the scene in the Matrix.
No.
Like, not like this.
No,
Not
exactly.
like this.
Yeah. Come on, man. Come on.
Just two quick bits, and I'm definitely gonna cut, and you guys can finish off anyway. Just two quick bits. The cauliflower dude. Oh, I know who he is. Brian, isn't that the young boy, the next door neighbor that lives on your street? Who the ball? I think that's who he is. Yeah, recognize the face. You told me about him, Brian. You recognize him.
That's the boy.
You recognize
That's
him.
the boy. Yeah, I know now. That's
I thought it was Anthony Gordon, man.
Yeah.
The good
Twin brother.
And just the last bit, JK, what you saying about Casemiro, you know, about the open, it's interesting. It's true because you know what it is? It's when he came into the first season, he was the saviour of Man United. And because they finished in the Champions League, they won the Carabao Cup, everyone said a good season. So again, the overhyping is Casemiro, Real Madrid next season. And then look what happened. Oh, well. Anyway, I'm out, guys. Peace out,
Take
guys.
care, Brian. Take care, brother.
Peace.
Sorry.
Tomorrow, guys. I'll be in.
Peace out to everyone in the chat. Definitely big up to everyone. There's no bad. What a present today was. Like I said earlier, I enjoyed the fact that we were able to, share in this fun exchange together. Whether it was part of the lead-in, whether it was a part of this little celebration, whether it was part of this Lucho end product.
Doesn't get better, lads. It doesn't get better than beating United 3-0.
Man,
it doesn't get better than that.
At Old Toilet, it doesn't get better. Just remember it.
Brian got it right. The prediction, Brian. Yeah.
Remember to leave the seat up. You know.
Yeah.
So
you don't want to miss.
Yeah. And when you are looking for a spot tomorrow, please do return to this channel because we will be doing a review tomorrow. You'll be able to get in your ratings. Be able to get in your man of the match shouts. we'll be able to break down the game a little bit more, maybe have a little couple more fun pokes at some of the basket weavers that were playing for the Red Devils, because that's what they seemed to be doing on the pitch, was just weaving baskets, because they were not playing football at one little bit. But big up to each and every one of you. Last but not least, I would just like to say, truly like to say, big up to all of the Reds that really believed in this team, still believe in this team, and will continue believing in this team. You'll never walk alone. Should mean something. It does mean something. It means something to me. It means something to everyone on this panel. And I know it means something to you in the chat. I appreciate the fact that you guys go on the other channels, go on to the other portions of the world, represent like we should, and really do exemplify what it is and what it means to be a Red. And that is always holding your head up high and knowing that we are the mighty Red. So until tomorrow, up the Reds, people. Up the Reds. Peace.